YouTube, it's Justin here, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today I've got another electronic drum review for you guys. Today we're taking a look at the Vangoa VED-A200 electronic drum kit. Now I will say that Vangoa did send me this drum kit for free, but I'm still going to tell you my honest opinion. This drum kit gives you quite a bit of bang for your buck. It is an 8-piece kit if you count all of the cymbals and everything. It has a bass drum pedal that is included, hi-hat pedal. It also comes with these headphones. It comes with the throne that I'm sitting on right now, as well as some drumsticks. So basically it gives you everything you need to start playing the drums, and it's actually pretty darn decent. You know, these days it's rare that I'm sent a drum kit where I'm like, this thing is just a total piece of crap. Because a lot of them, even the ones on Amazon now, they're upping their game and they're all becoming, you know, like pretty good entry-level sets. This one is no exception. The rack on this is very solid. I would say that the past few like Chinese branded electronic sets that I've got, the racks on these seem to be better than companies like Alesis and Simmons. This one especially, it has 2 support posts in the middle of the rack, which actually keeps this thing rock solid when you're playing. It does not budge or move whatsoever. It has a nice big bass drum pad on it that you can easily fit a double bass drum pedal on. The module is very compact, but it is actually fairly decent. The built-in sounds are very usable and it's very easy to use. It has a lot of built-in kits. You can customize your own kits. It has built-in songs, a metronome, basically all the stuff that a lot of electronic drum sets have these days. The pads are all 8-inch, including the snare drum. So if you're looking for a bigger snare drum, this one is an 8-inch, so keep that in mind. It has a USB connection, so you can hook it up to your computer or your iPad and control things like GarageBand or VSTs on your computer like Easy Drummer or Superior Drummer 3. I do notice that one of the things that they decided to do on this is the rim zone on the snare drum. A lot of times they favor a cross stick sound or just have a cross stick sound by default. You can actually change that, but I kind of like that, honestly, because, well, these days I teach a lot of K-pop because that's a lot of what my students want to learn, and a lot of K-pop uses a cross stick a lot of times, and it's nice that it has that just, you know, set up and ready to go for that, because actually after I get done reviewing this thing, this is going to go to one of my students, so she will probably be using that cross stick quite a bit on there. Now, it does have a couple of flaws, the main being the bass drum pedal. I really do not like the bass drum pedal that this thing came with. It's not that it's like really bad and seems like it's going to fall apart, but it is just not very adjustable. The angle of the beater seems to be very far back, and you really can't change it. You can loosen it up and it makes it seem like you can change it, but all of the angles are actually steps. So the next step is actually pretty much right on the bass drum pad itself, and the other one is like really, really far back. So the bass drum pedal really could use some work on this thing, but it is functional and it doesn't feel horrible, but it's just not how I would set up a bass drum pedal if it were me. I would put the angle about 45 degrees, and this one's a little bit more than 45 degrees, so I just don't really like that. Another thing that I noticed, that the hi-hat out of the box wasn't really registering all of my fast rolls, so I had to go in and adjust some of the sensitivity and threshold settings and re-trigger settings within the module, which are very easy to do actually. And then I think I was able to dial most of that out, and I was able to track what I was playing. Most people are not going to have this issue, you know, unless you're playing like a lot of 30-second notes on the hi-hat like I was trying to do. You probably won't even notice this as a problem. Another thing too is the bass drum pad was set pretty sensitive, so I had to lower the sensitivity there. And also I would like to note that the higher the number on the sensitivity, the lower the sensitivity it actually is. So it kind of works backwards in some of the settings. Not all of them, but just play around with it, because you'll notice that some of the settings work backwards while other ones work the way you would expect. But it does allow you to fine tune all of the pads and triggers and everything like that. All the cymbals feel pretty good. They're actually kind of thick. The ride cymbal and the crash cymbal are both dual zone and they're both chokeable, which is really cool. This alone beats out, say, the Alesis Nitro. Max even doesn't have dual zone cymbals on it still. But this does have a smaller snare drum than the Alesis Nitro Max. However, this comes with a seat and headphones and a lot of stuff. So it's a really decent entry-level kit. You know, I think it's built really well. And I think for somebody who's just learning the drums, or if you're a beginner, or even if you have like a home studio and you don't want to spend a lot of money and you just want something to hook up to Easy Drummer and record your computer, this one will actually do a pretty fine job. It also has a full-featured metronome as well as songs to play to, and some of the songs in there are quite fun. The headphones sound okay. They're not like the most amazing sounding headphones in the world, but they get the job done, and you know, like I said, it allows you to play the drums right out of the box. This kit can fold up really well and stored away because the way that the toms mount on the rack, they actually don't use an L bracket or anything like that. The post of the rack goes right through the tom itself. There's kind of a round opening on the tom, and you can move the tom, you know, angle it up or down, but you can't angle them side to side. But that doesn't really cause a problem for me, and I don't think it will for most people as well. But the advantage of that is it's very easy to fold them. You can kind of put everything flat vertically and then just fold the whole thing up and set it up against your wall to get it out of the way. So that's pretty cool too. One other slight drawback is I noticed that there is no splash function on the hi-hat pedal. Now, if you don't know what that is, that means if you press down with kind of the heel on your hi-hat, you can get the sound of the two hi-hat cymbals splashing together. And most, you know, mid-level drum kits can do this, but this one, however, cannot as far as I can tell. But it's not really a deal breaker. Overall, this thing is a lot of fun, and I do think it's worth the price. You get a lot in the box. The box itself is actually pretty small. They managed to fit a lot of stuff in that box. I was really surprised that they fit the entire rack and the whole drum kit and the throne and the pedals and all that stuff all in that little box. But the price you pay for that is it's in a lot of pieces. So it actually is kind of time consuming to put together because the rack is basically completely disassembled. So you have to put together every single part of this drum kit when you set it up. And it took me about, I don't know, an hour to set it up, but I've put together a lot of drum sets, so if it's your first one, it might take you a little bit longer than that. But it does come with a very detailed instruction manual. That being said, there are some really funny English translations in this instruction manual. I posted a video on my Instagram, and if you want to check that out, you can see some of the stuff that they say in here. But, you know, you can still understand it, and it does help you set up the drums. And it's very detailed, and it shows you how to use the module. It has a complete list of all the sounds, and there's actually quite a lot of sounds in this thing. So, yeah, overall, really nice. If you want to pick up one of these for yourself, I'll post a link down below to a coupon where you can get a discount. They're already pretty affordable, but it'll be even more affordable with that discount link. Another thing I thought was pretty cool is Vangoa also offers bundles where you can pick up one of these drum kits paired with a ukulele or paired with a guitar, and that's pretty cool. If you have like 2 kids and you want to buy an instrument for each of them to be able to jam together, they already have bundles set up for you to do that, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell icon. Check out my band, Demonic Sweaters. We're on Spotify and all the streaming services. We also play shows. If you want us to come to your town, if you're on the East Coast somewhere, send me a message. We're looking for some road dates. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all really soon. Have a great day.